Losing weight involves more than just diet and exercise. As you probably know by now, it involves a transformation in your mindset. The thoughts that we tell ourselves significantly impact our effort. Here's a few thoughts. The first one, if it tastes good, I need to eat as much of it as I can. And sometimes we think if something tastes good, then we need to overindulge because we don't know when or if we're going to get it again. Usually because we've labeled it as a bad food. Or sometimes it's a good food, so we think that we can eat a lot more than we normally would. And this mindset leads to overeating and an unhealthy relationship with food. Enjoying tasty food is natural. It doesn't mean that you can't have it, and it doesn't mean you need to overindulge. So here are some strategies. Practice mindful eating. Eat slowly and savor every bite. Pay attention to the flavors and the textures. And when you slow down and savor every bite, you're going to feel more satisfied with less food. Portion control. Serve yourself a reasonable portion and don't eat right from the package or the serving dish. And enjoy moderation. Remind yourself you can enjoy delicious food again at another time. You don't have to eat it all now. The second thought, if I control my portion sizes or reduce my portion sizes, I'll be hungry later. Sometimes the thought of eating smaller amounts can cause a fear of hunger. And if any of you, like me, have ever had those moments where your sugar goes really low and you get shaky and sweaty and you feel like you're going to pass out, that can be a really scary thing. And so being afraid of being hungry can lead to overeating and choosing portions larger than necessary. So instead, eat balanced meals. Ensure that your meals include protein, fiber, and healthy fats, and those help keep you fuller for longer. And fiber includes your starches, grains, vegetables, and fruits. Healthy snacks. If you do feel hungry later, then keep nutritious snacks on hand to be able to have. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your hunger and fullness cues. It's okay to stop when you've had enough, and it's okay to eat if you feel hungry. Listen to what your body is telling you. Number 3, I have to eat everything on my plate, even if I'm not hungry anymore. This often comes from things that our parents have told us, but it also leads to overeating and ignoring your body's signals. So serve yourself smaller portions initially, knowing that if you're still hungry, you can have more. Respect your fullness. Listen to your body and stop eating when you feel satisfied, not when you feel stuffed. And then save it for later. If you're full and you haven't finished everything on your plate and you don't feel good throwing it out, then save the remaining food for another meal instead of forcing yourself to finish it. Or, as I said in the first point, serve yourself smaller portions the next time. Thought number 4, if I'm not going to do it right at this meal, then I might as well start again tomorrow. This all or nothing mentality derails your progress and leads to cycles of binge eating, guilt, and then empty promises to start at another time when you can do it right. So instead, focus on progress over perfection. Focus on making better choices, not perfect ones. Every healthy choice counts, even if it's not perfect. Something is better than nothing. And forgive yourself. If you make an unhealthy choice, forgive yourself and move on. One meal does not define your whole journey. Consistency is key. Remember that long-term habits are built through consistent effort, not perfection. You do not need to do it perfectly in order to see success. Thought number 5, I don't have time to cook healthy meals. Busy schedules can make eating healthy seem daunting, And that leads to a reliance on takeout and convenience food. So work on meal planning. Plan your meals and snacks for the week or even for a few days so that healthy eating seems more manageable. Choose quick, nutritious recipes that fit into your schedule. Healthy meals don't have to be complicated. And then prepare larger quantities of healthy foods and store them for later use. And then this saves time and ensures you have nutritious options ready. Now, if you don't want to cook everything ahead of time, then prep the food and portion sizes so that everything's cut and ready to cook. Because the actual cooking time usually takes only 20 minutes or less if everything is ready to go. Maybe make use of your slow cooker or an air fryer. And thought number 6, exercise feels like a punishment, and I hate doing it. Have you said that? Viewing exercise as a chore or a punishment can make it difficult for you to stay motivated and consistent. And then you don't want to do any of it because it has that bad thought in your mind. And you think that I need to do 30 minutes of exercise, and that's just not true. So reframe the word exercise, number 1. Try using words like activity or movement. When you tell yourself that you're going to move for a bit, it doesn't seem as daunting as I need to do a 30-minute workout or I need to exercise. Set realistic goals. Start with achievable goals and gradually increase intensity as you build confidence and endurance. Move for 1 minute multiple times through the day to get your body used to that feeling of moving. Again, you don't have to do a 30-minute workout. You can do 1 minute multiple times through the day, and that is still going to be better than you doing nothing. And focus on the benefits. Remind yourself of the positive effects of movement and activity, such as increased energy, improved mood, and better overall health. And finally, number 7, if I'm going to reach the next level of weight loss, I need to be really good, restrict myself more, and level up. I've said that to myself. And the problem is, extreme restriction can then cause you to resist even more. And then that leads to that old cycle of deprivation and then binge eating, and that sabotages your efforts. So aim for a balanced approach, a balanced diet that includes a variety of foods. You don't need to exclude entire food groups. You don't need to go take those gummies that people are advertising. You don't need to do Ozempic. You don't need to do those fad diets. Extreme restriction is not sustainable and it can harm your health. Allow yourself occasional treats in moderation to prevent feelings of deprivation. If you like ice cream or chocolate, then plan for it once in a while. It's okay to have. And focus on nutrient-dense foods. Prioritize foods that nourish your body and provide lasting energy, rather than just counting calories. Because 100 calories of sugar is going to affect your body differently than 100 calories of, let's say, protein and veggies. Transforming your mindset requires patience and practice. And I want you to give yourself patience, and I want you to get in the habit of practicing doing the right thing. Address these limiting thoughts so that you can create a healthier, more positive relationship with food, with movement and activity, and with yourself. With sustainable habits and a balanced mindset, you can lose weight for the last time and live the fab, fit, and free life you desire and deserve.